Physical action is not a thing when it comes to manifestation. There is never a single physical action that you need to take in order to manifest your desire. Manifestation is supposed to be effortless, and it has especially nothing to do with hard work. In this video, I want to explain to you why there is no need for physical action, and mostly why it absolutely has no place in manifestation. And I also want to talk a bit about why sometimes it feels like hard work, so that you know what you can do in order to make life easier for you while you are manifesting your desires. If you need a more personalized guidance with your manifestations, please book a coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. That is the only way I can help you with your specific situation and guide you through your specific situation, problem, and help you with your personal assumptions and beliefs and guide you navigate through that. And otherwise, welcome to my channel. I am really happy to have every single one of you here. Those of you who have been following me from the beginning of this channel, which was basically last year, know that this channel is based on Neville Goddard's teachings, and so is this video. I explain everything based on my own experience, but my own experiences come from Neville Goddard's teachings. And this topic of not taking action in manifestation is something I learned from Neville Goddard. Thank God, because that is how you manifest. I know that it is being told to people that you need to take action to manifest. Action is part of manifestation. If you don't take action, how are you supposed to manifest? In this video, I'm going to explain to you why that is contradictory and that goes against your manifestation. Why? First of all, because you manifest whatever your mental state is. You manifest based on your mental state. Mental and feeling state, these go hand in hand. Because whatever mental state you are in, that is going to create your feeling state. So your inner state, let's call it that. When you are experiencing something physically, that is a mirror of what you have been doing in your mind, in your imagination. Imagination is what creates reality, not physical action, even though this is one of the trickiest things to accept because we are so used to it. We are used to working hard in order to achieve anything. It doesn't always work. And I know that many of you know that it just doesn't work. Mainly because when you are trying to work hard in order to achieve something, you are telling your subconscious mind that I don't have this. So you come from that inner state of not having it. And this is why it is a struggle to make something happen physically. This is, by the way, not what I meant when I said that I want to go into why manifestation feels like a struggle. I will get to that. Here I'm talking about physical action. And whatever action you take, that comes from your current state of being. So if your current state of being is lack of the thing desired, your action is going to just create more of lack of the thing desired. So this is why it's completely useless to take action in order to manifest. What you want to do in order to manifest is your mental activity, action, call it action, anything you do in your mind, in your imagination. All that is asked of you to manifest anything is to go in imagination and state, however you do it, that you already have it, or better, that you already are the person who is experiencing that. So that state, when you create that state in your mind, it has to mirror in the physical. And I always say this, if there is a need that you specifically take action, sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. You will. You can't miss it. You're never going to miss it. Don't be afraid that you might miss the chance. There's no missing the chance, because if you have already created the state and you stay faithful to that state of having the desire, that state is going to manifest. And that's like whether we like it or not. And this is why negative things manifest also. We manifest by accident without knowing what we're doing. And then we become aware of what we did, and then we manifest something else. It's okay, it's normal, we're human. Something that people miss a lot of times when it comes to taking action in manifestation is that your own physical actions are already a manifestation of your state. So it's not like we choose to take action because of free will. The topic of free will has to come in here. I hadn't planned this, but I have to mention this. Your physical actions are a manifestation of your state. You are going to take action based on your state. Your free will is not choosing what action to take. Your free will is to choose your thoughts and your imaginal acts. That's it. You impress that on your subconscious mind, and then your subconscious mind guides your body. You're physically guided by your subconscious mind. So it's whatever you impress on your subconscious mind based on your imaginal acts, your thoughts, your every manifestation technique that you choose to do. That is what is going to guide you physically. This means that when you have impressed on your subconscious mind the idea of your desired outcome, and there is a need that you take action and do some things, you will do it. Most of the times you won't even realize in the moment that you are doing that thing in order to get you from point A to point B. So don't worry about needing to take action. Inspired action, etc. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Inspired action is something that thing that you do in the moment because you're being guided, and you realize later that, oh, that thing that brought me from point A to point B. It all doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say, that it all doesn't matter. What matters is you create your inner state of already having it. How do you create your inner state? That is why we do all the techniques. The techniques are to bring you from point A, so this current state, to point B, which is your desired state. And there's nothing else you need to do. And this is why manifestation is supposed to be effortless, because that is how we manifest. So why does it feel like a lot of effort most of the time? Or maybe not most of the time, but sometimes it does. That is because we have this tendency as human beings to cling on to what we know to be true. It's the way the psyche works. And you know this based on your manifestation process and experience, that your mind tends to go to the story that it already knows to be true. And we give into that because we have had the experience, it has felt true, etc., etc. We cling on to that in the sense that, not because we like it, but because it feels like, oh yeah, who am I kidding? I will never have this. I have never had that experience. I don't even know what it's like to have $1 million in my bank at any given time. I don't even know what it feels like to have or be in the relationship that I want to be. I don't even remember the last time I felt healthy or energized or happy or whatever. So who am I kidding? This is me. This is the story. This is my experience. This is how it's always been. When you give into that negative story and you want to force yourself to believe in the new story, that feels like a whole lot of struggle. Manifestation feels like struggle or hard work only because we give in to the negative story. If you treated it like bullshit, literal bullshit, because your old stories and experiences and your past, which also isn't a thing in manifestation, this is a topic for another video, but in human experience, we have a certain past that doesn't determine what you can have in the future. So if you can, and you just need to find something that works for you. Find something, the way, the method, the technique that works for you to sort of relax and explain to yourself that even though you have had all these experiences, it doesn't mean anything for what you can have from now on. And start treating your new story as true. Or at least, if you just can't believe that it can be true, treat it as a possibility. Start there, start lightly. Treat it as a possibility. Because in the state of this could be possible, there's less resistance than maybe this is the absolute truth, which also works. If it works for you, you go there. So you need to find something that works for you to not cling on to your current known experiences. It doesn't matter. Your subconscious mind is going to manifest constantly what you feed it with. Your subconscious mind, which is the part of your mind that is manifesting, is never asking questions or analyzing. It's not there. Like, how am I can't give you $1 million because you haven't had money before. Like that, it doesn't do that, and it makes no sense when you put it like that. And also something that I often do. This is a trick that I have used on myself that I now use on my clients, is to remind yourself. You can do it yourself. That the power that you're manifesting from your imagination is God, Almighty God. God is not going to sit there and think, you've never been rich, so you can't be rich. You have never been in a good relationship, so you can't. I can't manifest it for you. Like, are you omnipotent or are you not? The problem is that we treat almighty, omnipotent, powerful, infinite intelligence as human beings. It has nothing to do with the human kind of experience. Leave that. Your limitations. Neville Goddard often says, don't bring your physical 3D limitations into your imagination. Allow yourself to go inside your imagination and imagine yourself in the state, in the place that you want to be in. And for that time that you are spending in your imagination, leave all your 3D problems in the 3D. Don't bring it with you into imagination. And this is one of the best ways where you can relax into it. And this is the key. I don't know if this is important. This is how you manifest. This is how manifestation is supposed to be effortless. That's what is asked of you. And this is also why Neville Goddard says, and I agree because of my own experiences, he says once you have impressed your subconscious mind with your end goal, that's it. First of all, you don't need to take action, but he says you also can't take action. You, in your human form, can't possibly know what action you should take to get there. Your mind will do it for you. Don't focus on action. And also, the last thing before I end the video, whenever you want to take action to do something, if that action is part of your manifestation, it will just flow. Like, you will have no moment where you will think of it or analyze it or question it. As soon as you start questioning it, that should be a sign for you. Like, well, why am I doing this? Should I do it? Should I not? I often have clients who ask me, should I send this message? Should I say this? Should I do this? And my answer is, just because you're asking that question, I would not, because that comes from, and you can go inside for a moment and think of it for yourself, and you will figure it out yourself. Am I taking this action or trying to figure out what to do next because I don't believe my imagination can manifest it for me without me having to manipulate the 3D, as Neville Goddard says? That's mostly why we take action, because we don't believe imagination is enough. So in manifesting things, you gain experience and you believe more and more in your own imagination. So manifest anything you can think of, small things, big things, because as the more experience you gain, the more you trust yourself. This is literally about trusting yourself, that you can do it. Your own wonderful human imagination, which is God, Neville's words, know exactly how to bring your manifestation to you or push it out. Make it real in your physical reality. Also, your only job is to make it real in your mind. That's it. If it doesn't feel real yet, it's okay. You can practice it. Go back to that place again and again and again until it becomes a habit. For me, it's also about creating a habit. You go from old habits, old negative thinking, and new habits. And remember that every time you think about a topic, pay attention to this. Every topic you think of, you are either thinking from lack or from having it. So whenever that topic comes to mind, where are you in your mind? In the lack state or in the state of having it? That should tell you which direction you are going. So don't worry about taking physical action. That's not needed. Your mind will take care of everything. And once again, if you need a more personalized help with your manifestations, I would love to help you. You can book a coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next video.